Okay, a lot of you are probably wondering why a knife review is starting out sitting in a car. And simply put, that when you choose whether it be a firearm that you're going to carry or a fixed blade knife, whatever tools you're figuring you're going to be carrying every day, you're driving a car a good part of the day. You're in and out of a car. In normal life, getting in and out of cars, sitting down in offices, sitting down in seats, and not being in a way that you're made uncomfortable or that you're unduly showing off what you're carrying, you need to plan in advance. Other factors that come into play about what you carry every day is weight. If you're carrying a cumbersome sidearm or a big cumbersome fixed blade, they're not going to carry well. Therefore, you will not carry them, and when you need them, you won't have them. So over the years, I've really changed up my carry stuff. I've gone from steel, full-size 1911s to scandium titanium J-frames, all accessible while I'm sitting in a car or in and out of a car. There's been a video on this gun. This gun is a Smith & Wesson scandium titanium 357 mag, worked over by Lester Knipe. It's got white linen micarta grips on it that Matt Diskin of Diskin USA laid up, and it's 16 ounces. The grip adds a little bit more weight to it. It's a handful, but it's easy to carry. Therefore, it lives on me. It has big dot sights. It's just a very functional, lightweight gun that, since it is easily carried, I carry it. Well, that brings us to the knife today. Ben Seward. Ben is an awesome young maker with a real propensity to make performance forged blades. He seems to test his knives. He seems to be a student of the blade arts. He's really into it. He's got a great eye for design, and he's come out with a series that is very cool. It's called the Bodyguard. The Bodyguard is a 5.5 inch-ish little nasty little recurve blade, kind of very distinct design that Ben can really say that he came up with. It's designed to carry well, and that brings us to this knife. I saw Ben's design, and every now and then I see a design that I think is awesome. I asked Ben what we could do. I have, like I said, a propensity for the synthetic handle materials these days. I use my stuff, I carry my stuff. I'm a collector, but I like to carry my stuff. If I can't use it and carry it every day, it's no good. So Ben came up with a wicked little knife. Now notice, I have this knife behind my left hip, and it's this easy to draw when I'm sitting in a car. This is a white micarta handled Bodyguard variant. It shows a hamon from the different differential heat treatment Ben did to it. It's a very neat knife. Now, the interesting part about this knife is it matches my other carry theme, and I'm big on the white handles, not because I'm a pimp, because the white blends into my shirts and blends into things, and it's just white's been a good, it doesn't print when you're wearing a shirt over top of it. The hard micarta handles are slick on different materials, so nothing ever sticks to it like a rubber handle. Plus, I really like the look of a white handle for some reason. I love it. This knife is a little bit different from Ben's standard Bodyguard. It's a different variant that it has a G10 black grip. I'm sorry, guard. What that does is, again, the micarta is dense and has good weight, but the guard, being that it's not iron or Damascus, it's a little bit lighter. It's going to be pretty impervious to sweat and things like that, so it's not going to rust up on me. It's going to take being constantly worn and rubbed on. It just makes for a very neat handle and guard treatment, being fully synthetic. And a lot of talk on different forums lately about natural materials becoming hard to acquire, more expensive, banned in some situations. Synthetic materials definitely have a role in hard use carry pieces. I mean, the micartas are awesome, just awesome everyday carry pieces. As for the knife, Ben nailed it. Again, this knife is fairly lightweight, being that it has a little bit less weight in the guard, but has some weight in the handle. The blade is 5.5-ish. The handle is 4.5-ish. It gives great purchase. It's super, super quick in the hand. It's still got a little bit of weight that you could snap cut with it to a small degree. Now, can you really snap cut hard with a 5.5-inch knife? If the balance is correct and the handle is correct, you can get a lot more force than you could possibly imagine. And for a thrusting jab and a flick at the end, I mean, it's gonna cut when it pops. It's very, very nicely balanced. Fantastic knife. It's sticky sharp. Ben did an awesome job on sharpening this knife. The back edge is, I wouldn't call it razor sharp, but it's sharp enough to even cut off of a back cut. If you, not that you're gonna back cut with a 5.5-inch knife, but the point is, if you did snag, it's got a nasty tip on it. It would definitely cut whatever it touches. Just really, really neat design. I think Ben is gonna definitely, you know, make this line for a long time. Like Sam Lurkin's Hurox and so many other great makers, knives that have kind of just carried on for them. I believe Ben's got a home run hit in this blade. It's just awesome. Another thing that's super important, just like the lightweight gun that you carry every day, if you don't have the proper sheath when you're playing with carrying a fixed blade knife, you might as well leave it at home. I do not believe in drop leg sheaths. It's a Western design. Any culture that ever was into carrying blades always carried in some type of sash, whether it was through a belt, through a, you know, pulling it close to the center line. A dangling sheath that flops on your leg, I couldn't be sitting in this car if I had a dangler on. I couldn't carry this knife in and out of offices and buildings all day long if it was smacking on my thigh and hanging down below my suit jacket. I'd look like a retard. So the bottom line is, the sheath is all important, and that's where I'm so fortunate. The great Paul Long, my dear pappy, has over the years just not only blessed me with the best leather work there is, bar none, he's worked with me. When I came up with stupid cockamamie ways to carry knives, to keep them on my center line and keep them high, Paul has humored me endlessly and given me, I can't count the crazy setups we've gone through. This was a concept for me that Paul, like always, took it and ran with it and did more than I ever thought. This knife being 5.5 inches, going into a typical sheath that I would wear, you know, through the belt, sash carry, only 5.5 inches of blade hanging down, you're precarious there. That knife could flop out, okay? You end up putting a thumb brake on it, that's fine, but still, with only 5.5 inch, so you have a 6-inch sheath hanging down a 2-inch belt with 4 inches only, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. You need a longer blade to really carry that way, super secure, in my opinion. What Paul came up with after I gave him a rough idea and executed in sharkskin like only Paul can do is a very interesting style sheath, and I think for guys that really carry a fixed blade, you're gonna look into doing things like this. The knife, simply put, slides in. The guard, especially because it's G10, I don't have to worry about it wearing. Another reason why this knife kind of was all, as we went along, we really put some thought into it. It's got just enough friction that it hangs on very well. So you have the knife set in here. The leather ears, or so to say the pouch style, shields the handle, the guard, and everything else from riding along your side, giving you, protection and the blade protection from rust, etc. But the nicest part about it is the way the frog's set up. Now, normally the stud would be up here, and it would stop the knife from going down. But again, the stud would have probably ended up being around here. You see, you wouldn't have a lot hanging out. This is a simple strap that when you can even wear it cross-draw like this. Slide into your belt, push down, lock it in. Now the knife is perfect. And this is how I really like to carry a knife when I'm riding the car. This is easy on, easy off, from behind my hip to in front of my hip. I pop it to the front, right there, readily accessible, super easy, super convenient. Simply put, when you slide it through, the knife can easily pivot. We have enough room in there so you can wear it in front of the hip for cross draw, behind the hip straight up and down. I'll get out of the car and show that. just a super well executed design by the great Paul Long and Ben Seward on the Bodyguard. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. I'm gonna jump out and show you real quick what it looks like when it's on the center line. This design is awesome. I'm gonna take off my coat and show you how this all carries. As you see, I have my carry piece on my right side. The knife is on my left side. I carry weak side carry. It's quick to draw, very, very easy. This sheath can be worn. Normally I wear it back here behind my waist, behind my hip, which gives me complete concealment on it. No one knows it's there. When I was sitting in the car, that's how I had the knife on. It was riding just like that. I was totally comfortable. I could drive 4 hours in the car, it wouldn't be a bother. But more importantly, with a simple snap, it comes off the belt. I can bring it, and all of a sudden there I have true cross draw. Very comfortable, especially to sit in a car, and hence the starting the video in the car. A carry system has to work in every situation your normal day leads you into. You have to be able to get in and out of cars, in and out of offices, sit down at desks, you can't be repositioning. The knife has to carry well. Paul did a fantastic design here. It's basically a pouch style sheath. Instead of having the Sam Brown stud here, which would stop it, but then because of the smaller blade, make it precarious to carry, I thought of a keeper strap that would be affixed to the top of the sheath. Would come out when it goes through your belt, push down, it snaps, giving you ultimate freedom of how you choose to carry the knife, on and off, super quick, very, very concealable, very, very handy, super fast. I mean, to the point of ridiculously fast, easy to come back into. The ears protect you in resheathing, so you don't poke yourself in the side. They protect the guard, which is G10, which is going to wear well. This whole thing was all thought out. Good job, Ben. That you're not going to get a lot of wear going out of leather on the G10, but the point is the pouch style ears at the top protect your clothing from the knife, your knife from rubbing against your body, excessive sweating, even though we've kind of beat that with the G10. Again, this is a really nicely designed package. Paul Long, Ben Seward, you guys are awesome. You've given me a nice way to carry, and a very nice blade in the Bodyguard. Matches my old faithful carry piece. I couldn't be more pleased. Come by the Diskin USA booth at Blade this year if you want to see all this stuff. And I really thank you for watching. Have a great day. Paul, Ben, thanks again.